नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर, श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद. Enunciating text 26, text 27, text 28 and text 29 of chapter 14, Pregnancy of Diti in the evening of third canto, the stethoscope of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 26. न यस्य लोके स्वजनः परो वा नात्यादृतो नोत कश्चिद विगर्हयः वयं व्रतैर्यच चरणापविद्धा माशा स्म हे अजां बत भुक्तभोगाम्. Lord Shiv regards no one as his relative, yet there is no one who is not connected with him. He does not regard anyone as very favorable or abominable. We respectfully worship the remnants of his foodstuff and we vow to accept what is rejected by him. Kashyapa informed his wife that just because Lord Shiv happened to be his brother-in-law, that should not encourage her in her offense towards him. Kashyapa warned her that actually Lord Shiv is not connected with anyone, nor is anyone his enemy. Since he is one of the three controllers of the universal affairs, he is equal to everyone. His greatness is incomparable because he is a great devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said that among all the devotees of the Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiv is the greatest. Thus the remnants of foodstuff left by him are accepted by other devotees as Mahaprasad or great spiritual foodstuff. The remnants of foodstuff offered to Lord Krishna are called prasad, but when the same prasad is eaten by great devotee like Lord Shiv, it is called Mahaprasad. Lord Shiv is so great that he does not care for the material prosperity which every one of us is so eager to obtain. Parvati, who is the powerful material nature personified, is under his full control as his wife. Yet he does not use her even to build a residential house. He prefers to remain without shelter, and his great wife also agrees to live with him humbly. People in general worship goddess Durga, the wife of Lord Shiv, for material prosperity, but Lord Shiv engages her in his service without material desire. Lord Shiv simply advises his great wife that of all kinds of worship, the worship of Vishnu is the highest, and greater than that is the worship of a great devotee or anything in relation with Vishnu. Text 27. Yasya navadya charitam manishino grunantya vidya patalam bibhit savah nirasta samyati shayo api yata swayam pishacha charyam charada gatiha satam. Although no one in the material world is equal to or greater than Lord Shiv, and although his unimpeachable character is followed by great souls to dismantle the mass of nescience, he nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees of the Lord. Lord Shiv's uncivilized, devilish characteristics are never abominable because he teaches the sincere devotees of the Lord how to practice detachment from material enjoyment. He is called Mahadev, or the greatest of all demigods, and no one is equal to or greater than him in the material world. He is almost equal with Lord Vishnu. Although he always associates with Maya Durga, he is above the reactionary stage of the three modes of material nature, and although he is in charge of the devilish characters in the mode of ignorance, he is not affected by such association. Text 28. Hasanti yasya charitam hi durbhagaha swat mana रतस्या विदुषः समीहितं यैरवस्त्र माल्याभरणानुलेपनैः श्वभोजनं स्वातमतयोपलालितम्. Unfortunate foolish persons, not knowing that he is engaged in his own self, laugh at him. Such foolish persons engage in maintaining the body, which is eatable by dogs, with dresses, ornaments, garlands and ointments. Lord Shiv never accepts any luxurious dress, garland, ornament or ointment. But those who are addicted to the decoration of the body, which is finally eatable by dogs, very luxuriously maintain it as the self. Such persons do not understand Lord Shiv, but they approach him for luxurious material comforts. There are two kinds of devotees of Lord Shiv. One class is the gross materialist seeking only bodily comforts from Lord Shiv, and the other class desires to become one with him. They are mostly impersonalists and prefer to chant Shivo Aham, I am Shiv, or after liberation I shall become one with Lord Shiv. In other words, the karmis and jnanis are generally devotees of Lord Shiv, but they do not properly understand his real purpose in life. Sometimes so-called devotees of Lord Shiv imitate him in using poisonous intoxicants. Lord Shiv once swallowed an ocean of poison, and thus his throat became blue. The imitation Shivas try to follow him by indulging in poisons, and thus they are ruined. The real purpose of Lord Shiv is to serve the soul of the soul, Lord Krishna. He desires that all luxurious articles such as nice garments, garlands, ornaments and cosmetics be given to Lord Krishna only because Krishna is the real enjoyer. He refuses to accept such luxurious items himself because they are only meant for Krishna. However, since they do not understand this purpose of Lord Shiv, foolish persons either laugh at him or profitlessly try to imitate him. Text 29. Brahma dayo yata krita setupala yata karanam vishwamidam cha maya ajñakari yasya pishachacharya aho vi bhum nasha charitam bidamvanam. Demigods like Brahma also follow the religious rites observed by him. He is the controller of the material energy which causes the creation of the material world. He is great and therefore his devilish characteristics are simply imitation. Lord Shiv is the husband of Durga, the controller of the material energy. Durga is personified material energy and Lord Shiv, being her husband, is the controller of the material energy. He is also the incarnation of the mode of ignorance and one of the three deities representing the Supreme Lord. As his representative, Lord Shiv is identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead.